Good morning, everybody. Sorry about my completely blank desk at the moment. I had some ideas of what I was going to do and got everything out ready, and then realised that this stamp set isn't retiring, and I wanted to focus on retiring sets. So I've just had a look online because that's the best way of checking what is available. And I decided today that I'm going to use Beaitoful Friendship, which is a really stunning stamp set. A lot of people are sad to see it's retiring. It's a great way of creating quick floral cards without any effort, and it's another one where you let the stamp do the work for you. So I'm just going to dig that out from my my stash of retiring items. So I do have a piece of card to start with. So that is something, isn't it? So let me grab that. So good morning, everyone. My name is Jenny McCormack, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I'm based in Brackley in the UK. And I've been featuring all of this week on our retiring stamp sets. So our new annual catalogue comes out on the 4th of May to customers. And I've been focusing on the retiring items because the list has already been produced as to what is retiring. So it means I can go through and show you anything that is going, and in particular items that are discounted. Morning, Kerry, and good morning, Carol. So let me find the stamp set first. If I can. I thought I had them in alphabetical order. It's not. Okay. Okay, I'm not seeing it, so I'm going to have a slight change of plan. And I know that this one is retiring, the Zany Zebras. Let me just have another look for this. Sorry, ladies. Found it. It was in the bees. There we go. Sorry about that. So, Beaitoful Friendship. I might do the Zany Zebras later. If not, I'll do those tomorrow. Morning, Karen. Hope you're well. So this is a really lovely stamp set. It's one of our distinctive stamps. So it does all the work for you. We've got obviously these roses here and a small rose. We've got the little rosebuds, the leaves, and then this, which could be wisteria or lavender. More little leaves, some centres for the flowers here and here. And then we've got this lovely hydrangea. This makes a great background as well. And then we've got 4 nice sentiments. Birthdays are the best days. I love our Beaitoful Friendship. Big congratulations and best wishes. So that would be great for almost any occasions. And so very happy to know you. So let me grab a piece of grid paper to pop underneath. And let's get cracking. Okay, so Beaitoful Friendship is £20. I don't believe it is discounted. Morning, Louise. But maybe maybe somebody would check for me. Oh, sorry, I've gone all hoarse. Hello, Kate. So let's have some colour choices. I think I'm going to do 2 cards. One featuring the roses and maybe one with the hydrangeas. Oh, bless you, Tracy. So Tracy's son Jamie is in hospital for a dental extraction. Bless him. So let's have a look. Quite tempted to use, for a change, Blushing Bride for my roses and Pear Passat. So these are both subtle colours. Grab some blocks. I had a good tidy up yesterday, so everything has got put back. Okay, so let's do this. So you can see how well loved and well used this stamp set is. So let's grab this one here. Not discounted, thank you, Ken. I didn't think it was, and I'm not really surprised because it's such a popular set that it, you know, it should sell in its own right. But it also means that there's probably not many of them left. If it's not discounted, it's usually an indicator as well that there's not much stock to play with. So we've got 3 leaves and 2 leaves. Hi, Jeanette and Katie. So let's have a look at this piece of card. Let's just see what size it is to begin with. So I want to have it obviously bordered. So this is just about 9.5. So that will allow me to have at least 1 layer between that and the base card. And I am going to bring in my mat. Like so. Now this stamp set is great for a one-sheet wonder because you can really cover an area very quickly because you've got some quite large stamps there. So let's give this a go. I'm actually going to pop this onto there so that I don't get ink all over my pad underneath. So I hope everybody is well. At least the weather today looks a little bit more settled than we've had in the last few days. Yesterday for us was just weird weather with snow showers and then sunshine. Just peculiar all over. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one in the left hand corner like that, and I have got my mat underneath to give it a little bit of support. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is have another one in this corner. And then my sentiment in the centre. There we go. And I do like these. No, it doesn't look right when there's snow on the blossom, Karen. You're quite right. I love these little rosebuds as well. So I'm just going to add these in, popping up from the bottom. Pop a little one in there. Yes, it's definitely cooler temperatures, and it's hard to believe that at the weekend we were almost in t-shirts and things. So a very simple stamped card. I'm not doing any significant techniques on this at all, just using these stamps to do the work. Okay, so I've got Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just going to swap this onto a smaller block. Yeah, so it's just really subtle. Like so. Morning, Jill. And the same with the side. So just adding some leaves in the gap. So I'm not even masking or anything. Just literally adding some leaves in here and there. Like so. And I think with the soft colours it really does work. Let's pop pop a little bit of that rosebud in there. I think I'm just going to pop it on that block for now. Okay. There we go. Now I'm tempted to come around this corner. Let's stamp our sentiment, and then I can decide. So I do like the congratulations, and I also like our beautiful friendship. So let's use I love our beautiful friendship. It's so important to have friends around you, and family of course, but not everybody has the luxury of family around. So I'm going to pop that in the middle, and I really want to use early espresso unless somebody else suggests a different colour, because the pink is too pale. So this is Blushing Bride. There we go. And add this in here like so. So you can see it's a really easy stamp set to use. Now we have got some centres that we can use in here. Let's have a look and see. So this is the larger centre that can sit in there if you want it to. Takes it away from being more, you know, less of a rose then, more of a sort of peony or something. And then we've got the little one. Oh yes. Yes, basic grey and smoky slate or grey granite, also good, aren't they? So I want to do these centres, and what colour I'm going to do them. I really want What colour? I might do something like rich raspberry, but stamped off. Let's have a look. Or Rococo Rose. Ooh. Yes, that would work, wouldn't it? That's sadly a retiring colour, but this might do the job. Let's have a look and see. So Rococo Rose, just going to stamp the centre. Yes, I think that will work nicely. I didn't want it too overpowering, so I'm going to put that in that hole there. There we go. And the same one here, like so. And then I'm going to add this little centre as well onto those little flowers. I'm just going to stamp it to see it's sort of any which way really, like that, and here. There we go. So it just brings that to life a little bit more, doesn't it? So I could use Rococo Rose for my sentiment. I think that would work. Let's stamp it on the paper and have a look. Yeah, I reckon that will work. Rather than have too much of a contrast. Let me bring this down. Hope that's still in your view. And this is obviously a really pale set of colours, so I apologise that you're, you know, the view is not, because it's so light, you're not seeing a great deal of detail, but hopefully you can see that. And then what I want to do is add a little bit of dots or something to soften the whole thing. I mean, it's soft enough anyway. So what you could do is either use a stamp that's got some dots on, or you could flick some of the ink from a Stampin' Up Stampin' Right marker, or from a blends pen. So you can use either. So this is Rococo Rose. So you want the brush tip end, and then what you're going to do is basically flick it against the lid. Okay, you can't really do this, there's not enough moisture in it to do that, but you can, I'll just move this out of the way, flick it like that. Now I don't think you can see that detail, it's tiny on there, but it's just what I need for this. Okay, so I'm just going to flick that like so. So as you're, if you're doing it, you know, just do it gently against the pen top. So you're not ruining the nib or anything. And I just want to wipe that down so I don't get ink on the barrel. Okay, now I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got some very fine little dots on. You might just see that in the light, I'm not sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is layer this up. So I think I'm going to use probably Rococo Rose as a layer behind, and then onto, I could go on to white, I could go on to Pear Pizzazz, I could go on to Blushing Bride actually, double up those colours. So let's try that. So that's a bit too small, that one. So there is Rococo Rose. Perfect. And I'm going to drop that. Oh, that's the wrong size. Let's see if I put it on Blushing Bride or whether I put it on white. I think that's really soft and pretty, isn't it? So let's do that. Just cut this piece up. So this is A4 and I'm going to do this as a side card, side opening. So I'm cutting it 10.5 and then scoring at 14.85. So this is my lighter layer. And then we're going to do that. And then I can add some little bits of dots onto there. If you felt that this was too white, too much white, you could add in a little bit more detail if you wanted to. But I quite like that simplicity of it. So let's layer these up. So just popping that on there. Thank you, Kerry. The thing is, the stamps, you know, the stamps just do the work. This is a great stamp for beginners because there's no harsh lines, so it's much easier to stamp. You haven't got any colouring in to do because that can put a lot of people off, I have to say. Like so. And I'm going to put a little inner in there with a white sheet and those the flowers around the edge. Just cut this down to 10 by 14.35. Yes, I know what you mean, Kate. Sometimes less is more, isn't it? Okay, so there is my inner, like so. So I'm just going to repeat this little corner on here. So again, just Blushing Bride for the large flowers. Just making sure that is on the mat. And the only reason that I've got the paper on is so I don't get ink all over the mat underneath. So I'm just going to repeat this actually on the left. Didn't do a very good job of that. Let's re-ink that. There we go. Apply a bit more pressure. There we are. And let's pop the centres in and some leaves, and that one's done. Just which way that one is going. you'll definitely miss this stamp set. Definitely. There we go. So there was Sarah Douglas, who is the CEO, did a live video yesterday, and she was saying that the most popular stamp set from the annual catalogue that is retiring was Forever Fern. Is that retiring? Now I've got myself confused. I haven't got my retiring list with me, but that was the most popular stamp set in the catalogue. I'm not really surprised. Okay, so that is my inner. So there's my outside with my dots and everything, and here is my inner. Now, if you've been Stampin' Up demonstrator, or you've been with Stampin' Up for a while, you may remember a tool that we had that allowed you to get the dottage effect that I've just done here with the marker pens. So it was called a spritzer tool. Don't know if anybody remembers that. And oh, just a bundle, thank you. So it was a spritzer tool, and you put your Stampin' Right marker in, and it had a like a puffer of air, and you could spritz your ink. Now this is going back quite a few years, and amazingly enough, I found mine the other day. Oh, Forever Fern with Jill was the first on your list. Yes, I can understand that. Okay, so there's card number 1. Very muted colours, very much my style. Okay, and that's the inside. So that's card number 1. And let's just quickly do another one with the I'm going to do it, make it look like a wisteria. So this is 9.5 by 13.85. So I've got a centimetre border between that and the card, so that allows me to put another layer in if I wish. And I'm going to use the wisteria hanging down from the top. So let's just pop this on, and this has to be in sort of lilac and, or it could be lilac, couldn't it? Lilac and sort of lavender colours. So I've got Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. I know my Highland Heather hasn't got a lot of ink in it. Clear these out of the way. Put this on the right hand side. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, so pretty. So I'm just going to stamp it twice. Oh, it could be laburnum. Yes, Karen, you're right. And even 3 times to get that those different shades. And then just stamping in there to cover that up. Just want to sort of some in, slightly different angle. Oh yes, Jeanette will be happy. Of course, Jeanette. I forget that you love purple, don't you? As does Tracy. So Tracy's business name is Purple Lily Cards, because purple is one of her favourite colours. And Lily was the name of her boxer dog that she sadly lost. So where I've stamped it off a little bit to start with, I'm re-inking to make sure that I don't end up with a half a flower. Oh, and Louise. We've got some purple fanatics here then. There we go. I'm going to put one in there. That's it. If you glanced at that, that could also almost be grapes, couldn't it? So let's add a bit of leaves in there. Oh, Louise, I have got that card to drop into you and a catalogue. So I am coming down to town later. So I'll pop those into you. I don't know whether is it safe to just put it through your door? I don't know if your dog tends to chew anything that comes through the door or not. And if anybody's wondering, it's not the new catalogue that I'm dropping off. Mine haven't arrived yet. Okay. Morning, Catherine. Thanks for joining us this morning. So we're having fun with Beaitoful Friendship. That's the first card that we made. Very subtle with the roses. And now I'm just having a bit of fun with the wisteria. So I'm going to use my blending brush and have some I'm almost tempted. Let's have a look. Just want to add a little bit of sort of scenery, so I just wondered if I use Grace's Garden. Just thinking of putting that in, although there's not much space for it. I could just put these little wildflowers across the bottom, couldn't I think maybe I'll do that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of greenery, so when I stamp the flowers and things, they've got a base. So let's pop this one out of the way, grab my green blending brush. Now I gather the blending brushes are soon to arrive at Stampin' Up, and that is Stampin' Up in America. So they will, I suspect they will probably be air freighted over here. Oh, we need a cat. Yes, that's a good idea. Okay, thank you. I can add a cat and a bird. Oh no, the bird's sitting, isn't it? So I'm just adding this along the bottom to soften this. And I'm also going to put a little bit on here. Sorry if that's making you feel a bit dizzy. So just bring very little bit of that. So yes, blending brushes. So those of you lovely ladies that were in my last class in a box and who are waiting on the blending brushes, they will get to you as soon as they get to me. I will literally package them up and get them out the same day, if possible. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of blue for the sky. It's got to be Seaside Spray, so that's another retiring colour. That one and the Rococo Rose, the darker of the pinks, I've used in my other set. So let's see what blue's on here. There we go, it's a little bit better. So literally just running that through there. It's very light, and just running it so it's sort of sitting behind those hanging boughs. There we go. Voila. Okay, let's pop our cats down. He's very cute. So Grace's Garden is also retiring, and that has matching dies to create the arch and the fence. So let's pop him on in early Spodesso. Perfect. Where am I going to put him? Here, I think. Looking at the wisteria. Bless him. Okay, so now I've got that in, I can add a bit more colour around. Actually, what I could do with is a little butterfly that he could be looking at. Oh, Karen's just got these. Oh, what, the blending brushes do you mean, or? Right, let's colour him in a little bit of crumb cake, I think. Light crumb cake. Oh, Grace's Garden, yeah. It is nice, I have to say. Okay, so let's have him bit of a shadow there. Okay, and then let's add a few of these flowers across the bottom. I'm thinking maybe just these two. And just, you know, just literally the tops of them almost. Let's have a look and see. So I want the wisteria to be the focal point. Let's have a look and see. There we go. reckon I could get away with that. And maybe down here, so only stamp part of it, just so there's a little bit more. And I'm going to do those in I can't decide between a green or a brown. I think I'm going to do them in soft suede. Right, goodness me, I have gone on a bit this morning. Okay, let's have a look and see. Backtracking. Let me just look at it in Pear Pizzazz. Oops. Yeah. Pear Pizzazz it is. There we go. So I'm just doing sort of different elements so it looks you get, you know, just a slightly different view each time. Go. And then let's add this little one around him. See what this looks like. There we go. So you can have great fun making scenes with these. Thanks, Isabel. It's not Lilo though, it's the wrong colours for your cat, Lilo. Right, so I'm going to add a little bit more blue for the sky. There we go. Okay, let's take that out of the way. So I've just got my generic blue here. Like so. There we are. I'm just running it into that. That's the nice thing about the blending brushes, is as the ink reduces on the brushes, you can, you know, really blend it in nicely. Much softer than sponges. There we go. And then I'm just going to add a few dots of colour along here. Add a sentiment, and we're done. So I don't want to detract from that, so I'm going to keep the colours similar. So I'm actually going to use light purple posy here. And I'm just dotting it in. These ones here. that. You can barely see it against the green, especially probably through the camera. There we go. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Now let's have a look at the sentiments. I've got, I thank you for all the kindness. Oh, with all my heart. Oh, bless you. Yes, it could be the entrance, and in fact I could put this gate at the side or something. That would have been quite nice, or just a little bit of fence, but hey ho, it is as it is. And I'm just wondering if I need to add anything else. Does he need to be looking at just the wisteria, or does he need to be looking at a butterfly or something? I wonder. Okay, let me layer this up anyway, and then I can decide what sentiment I'm going to use, if any. I might just leave this plain like that. So I think I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape Behind. That's what I've used here. And then white, or I could use Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. Let's have a quick look. There could be something tasty in that wisteria. Okay, so there's Gorgeous Grape, and then I've got a white card under, I think. Like so. Will do nicely. Let's move this one out of the way. Oh, and I didn't add any bling to this one either. Tut tut. Okay, let's cut this layer down. So I'm going to cut this at 14.85 so that my remaining piece is a card size ready. And then I cut this down to 10 by 14.35, so I've got half a centimetre. Border. Like so. And then that's going to go onto white, I think. Oh, could be looking for the bird hiding in the flowers. That's very true. Yes, I was excuse me, tempted to put a butterfly or something. But you want, the thing is, you want the scale to be right, don't you? So you don't want a huge butterfly that's bigger than the cat. I mean, cats do like watching butterflies, don't they? That's for sure. Okay, let's mount this one up. And I might think about my sentiment over my cup of coffee that I'm going to have in a minute. And then I will post a photo of it with a sentiment. It almost wants a sort of, you know, relax today or something. Okay, so I'm just using our seal on there. Positioning that in the corner. Quite right. Like so. So there's that one. And I am going to add some bling to this one. And we're done for today. So in here is Rococo Rose. So I could use that. Or I have our famous sequins that you see me using a lot of. These are carried over, I'm glad to say, Artistry Blooms. That just looks a bit heavy on there for me. And I've got these little pink ones, but they're the wrong pink. I have coloured that. Thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate you joining us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So I'm just going to add and 2 and 3. So we do actually have some butterfly what do you call them? So they are actually shapes of butterflies. They are, I'm pretty sure they're retiring, so they're butterfly gems. They would look quite cute, wouldn't they? Okay, so I am going to deliberate on whether I add anything to this for this cat to be looking at, and my sentiment. And then this one is all complete. Obviously you could stamp the envelope to match this one as well, and I've got that on the inside. Okay, so these are both done using Beaitoful Friendship. This one here, which is retiring, it is £20 for the stamp set, so really good value stamp set anyway. And nice sentiments you could use, and this is a stamp set where you would use everything in the set. Sometimes I find I have some that where I favour elements of it, but on this one I would use anything basically. A little dragonfly would also work, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'll have a look and see, rather than just wait and put something on for the sake of it. I will deliberate over my coffee. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let me move that out of the light. There we go. I shall be back tomorrow. Let me see, that is Thursday at 5 p.m. and again on Friday at 5 for some more of our retiring sets. And then next week I'm going to be featuring our designer paper and giving you ideas on using up your stash of designer paper, and also concentrating on oh, small dragonfly. Oh yes, but also the dragonfly garden. It's got these little butterflies. But yes, the little punch one would work. Thank you. I'll deliberate on that, Jill. Thank you so much. So thank you for joining me, ladies. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you may be in the world. Take care. I look forward to crafting with you soon. I will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. British summertime. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. Take care. Look after yourselves and your loved ones, and I hope you can keep crafting. Thank you so much, and bye for now.